everyone. Thanks for tuning in to Scream Kings. I'm TaMon Kang, hanging out with my fellow Kings tonight. How you guys doing?
I'm here.
Yay, be here.
Wonderful.
Wonderful. Michael, how are you?
Um,
Scared.
You
Why?
should be.
Bob used my word. I can't think of another word. I'm good. I'm good.
I'm
And
good.
scared. Yes, I'm scared.
You maybe you should be scared because tonight's episode should scare us all. And tonight we are talking about the Scream franchise. I see we have Sidney Prescott here. We have Sam Carpenter down there. Oh my god!
Why'd you do that?
I'm I'm sorry.
We have Maureen. No, it's fine. We have Maureen Evans and Fear Stevens. We have
I felt it was more perfect for the occasion.
uh, we have Judy Jurgenstern. I mean Jennifer Jolie.
The real Gail Weathers. Yes.
And the real Gail Weathers.
Oop.
And we have Gail Weathers here. Listen, Jennifer, don't start with me.
I will say that's my favorite cut of hers in the franchise.
Mine too. Mine too.
Mm.
She's never been able to bounce back from part 3.
The bangs.
Them bangs.
I don't talk anything bad about Gail Weathers. However, I will say that that wasn't the best look.
It wasn't the moment. It wasn't the moment.
But it's
David
iconic.
Arquette's fault. It's David Arquette's fault. As normal, we always play a drinking game, and tonight's drinking game is Stab.
Yes.
Cheers, Kings.
Oh shit.
Cheers.
Clink, clink, clink.
Cheers. Mm. So you know the rules. Every time you hear the word stab, we all will take a drink. And so you guys at home, make sure that you pour you a cocktail and drink with us. And also make sure that you like, share, subscribe, all that stuff down below, and turn on those notifications.
Yes,
So
God.
Kings, why do you think slashers are on a resurgence?
Because they never die. I mean, just like their slasher counterparts, they never die. It's a slasher can be the context of any type of zeitgeist that we're in at the moment. Like you had the suburban slasher with Halloween. They had a commentary about terror invading the quiet neighborhoods where everybody left their doors unlocked at night and nothing would affect anybody in the neighborhood. Then you had the 80s slashers, which was just a response to if you drink and have sex, then 9 times out of 10 your ass is going to die. That type of thing. Then we had Scream, which was a commentary on how desensitized youth was becoming, and they're blaming it all on the movies. And even now, you got slashers that are representing LGBTQA issues. The past coming back to bite us in the ass. The whole sequel, prequel trend. It's like slashers are always going to be here in some shape, way, or form, and they're bleeding into our television screens as we speak, which I love.
Mm-hmm.
And my name is Marco Estes. You can find me at the Anticritic on Twitter, Marco Estes on Instagram, or Midnight Social Distortion on Instagram, and my podcast, Midnight Social Distortion, and here on Scream Kings. And I am Dame Sidney Prescott tonight.
Yeah, Sid. I always had a thing for you, Sid.
Mm-hmm. They can't stay away from this pussy.
Yes, turned up already.
Talking about your mama like that? That's terrible.
Bitch, you know what? Go ahead, get him, introduce him immediately. Introduce him immediately.
Now leave Maureen alone. She's no Sharon Stone, but she is still Maureen Prescott.
The creator.
This is Michael at TacticBinks86 on Twitter and Instagram, and half of the people under the Scares podcast with Bobby over here. And I am, of course, behind me, I have the wonderful, iconic Jennifer Jolie. And I would say people are kind of getting tired of. We had a big supernatural era in like the early 2000s, the 2010s. So I think people are kind of wanting slashers to come back to the top, really. Because personally, I do find people to be far more scary than supernatural shit, because you never really know what a person is thinking, who they really are at the end of the day when they are not around you. For all I know, y'all could be killers when we get off of here. So, I think they want something that seems realistic.
Yes, I co-signed that.
I co-sign too.
Hey everybody, I'm Bobby Torres with the Z, not an S. You can find me on YouTube, Bobby Likes the Spooky, and also People Under the Scares with Michael here. And I also have Maureen and Phil here behind me. I did a quick change just because I felt like this was more better for the occasion tonight, because even though they both died, they had one of the best openings in this franchise. So yeah. But pretty much what Michael and Mark said, like y'all took pretty much my answers. Everybody's tired of the same paranormal and all that same stuff, and I also find people being more scary. Also, with all these requels and stuff happening now, like Halloween and this one here, I feel like this is giving inspiration for more slashers to be more original slashers to be produced. Like, you know, even though we got like They Slash Dumb, I don't know if you want to call that a slasher, but people's getting chopped up in that one. There, you said, I think, I guess it's subjective, I guess, but it's just, but yeah, with all these like requels and stuff happening now, I just feel like they're giving studios and, you know, other I guess Hollywood, I guess I should say, ideas to create more slashers, because that's what do big in the theaters. Like Halloween is doing amazing in the theaters no matter what. Scream is going to do big in the theaters no matter what. Obviously, we're going to get a Friday the 13th movie now. You know, rumors of that. So it's going to, you know, it's making a resurgence because everybody love these classic icons that we have here: Ghostface, Michael, Jason, Freddy. And even though they're trying to do original stuff, I feel like they keep bringing back our faves because nobody can get enough of them. And it's kind of repeated too. It's like, even if you try to do something original, everybody always going to go back to a Ghostface or a Freddy or a Michael or a Jason. They always go back to them no matter what. Mm-hmm. So we're going to keep getting them over and over again, and I'm here for it. So that's all I have.
Yes, beautiful.
Amen.
I felt like we need to take a drink for that because that was worth. Cheers.
Cheers.
Mm.
By the way, do y'all like my stab shirt?
Oh, another drink?
No, I don't like it because I don't have one.
I feel the
Drink
same way. I didn't say that. Hi, I'm TaMon Kane. You can find me at TaMon Kane on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, Instagram, all those fun places. Definitely check out my book page, jointhefraternity.com. And you can also find me here on Scream Kingz. And I am the glorious, the queen, Gail Weathers, the author of the Woodsboro Murders, the definitive novel. Just for the
Who's this? Gail Weathers, author of the Woodsboro Murders.
Give me this. Give me this. Give me this. I think that's slashes was our generations growing up and our parents' generation, and I think because we're the main consumers, that's what we want to see, and so they produce those type of things. And it's so cool to see that slashes are even bleeding over into other films that normally wouldn't have it, like Winnie the Pooh and Bring It On. All those different movies are having these different horror spin-offs that are slashers. So I think, you know, slashers is something, like Mark said, that's here to stay. It's not going anywhere. And with everything being requalized and everybody getting a sequel, prequel, reboot, whatever you want to call it, you know, it's just getting crazy. And whoever mentioned something about a TV show, the TV shows are even getting that treatment.
Yes, God.
Agreed. Even though I Know What You Did Last Summer TV show was not good.
That wasn't the business.
It still was a effort to, you know, bridge that gap of slasher and television. So whatever. So tonight we're gonna play a fun game where we get to sort of figure out who we are in certain situations. And tonight's game is called Know Your Role. So we're gonna we're gonna figure out who are we in horror movie situations, in slashers. You have the final girl, you have the funny best friend, you have the loner, you have all these different tropes in horror movies. If we're together, what are our roles in that scenario? And we're gonna vote on it too as a group. So let's go with Mark. Mark, who do you think in a horror scenario? What's your role play?
Well, since we are in the 21st century, I would be the gay best friend horror slash the gay best friend slash horror aficionado. So I would make it with the final girl at the end.
So you're Mindy Meeks Martin.
I would take that. I would take Mindy Meeks. She is iconic. She is the moment. And she's the future of the franchise.
Yeah.
No, do that.
No comment. No comment in the no comment. She is the future. The future is Brian.
She's the future.
I would agree. He'd be the gay best friend. He would have hard knowledge. He'd definitely be that character, like warning us of what not to do, but also interested in it.
I agree. You're definitely the GBF of the movie or TV show, whatever we got going on, and you pimping us on game, make sure we don't make dumb decisions, even though we're not going to listen.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all gonna listen to me? Goddamn it!
I'm gonna go to you for everything, Mark. I would on speed dial, honey. You will be right there in my emergency contacts. Everything. Let's listen.
Yeah, that would be me.
So we got Mark as the GBF. Okay, we love that. Michael.
I feel like I would be the cautious one, like the one that's nervous to do a lot of things, and the one who's probably being annoying and complaining about what we're doing. I don't know who that is in the franchise, but I feel like that would be me. Like, why are we having a party? No, I'm not going. I'll probably end up killed, to be honest. I think I told y'all that.
You sound like Wes Hicks to me.
That would be a good. Yeah, I can see him as a Wes Hicks. I don't want him to die though.
The sheriff's son. Yeah. I have a taser. I have a stun. I got everything I need.
Actually, you might be right. I hate that for me. But no, wait. Or I'm Tyson from Spring 3. One or the other.
I didn't steal shit. Yes.
I can see that too.
I can too.
Yeah.
Oh, you motherfucker.
I
go with Tyson.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. 100%.
Yeah. Staying out of trouble, but still ends up in the trouble.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, still in the mix.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the whole scenario where he was like, "Why are we here?" Like, he was asking questions. You be the one asking all the questions and shit. Like, "Why are we here?" Like, who's that over there?
Why? Yeah, absolutely.
Are we gonna stay here, or are we gonna? Can we call the cops now?
Can you walk into my car because I'm not going by myself? Thank you.
Exactly.
Listen.
Are you coming with me or not? The end. What about you, Bobby?
The open kill.
Who?
Wow, Mark.
I'm just fucking with you.
That's the game you're playing tonight. I was keeping it cute with you tonight, but this is where you want to go.
Who did he say?
Okay.
I said open kill.
He said I was the open and kill. But you know what, honey? I would serve. I would give Julie
exactly.
Yeah. So
the reason would be legendary.
No, Bobby, the pretty one always goes first. So that was a compliment.
It's okay. It's fine. I feel like I would be the person that would get us into some bullshit because I do like to explore a lot. I'm down for going into creepy houses and doing adventure shit, hunting, hunts and things like that. And I don't touch the Ouija boards and do the whole seances and stuff like that. But I feel like I would be the person to take us to the destination, and then somebody else would trigger everything else.
Okay.
And I feel like everybody's gonna blame something on me just because I took y'all there.
Randy?
No, that's not. I would say that's Randy. I would say in Scream he would probably be. Even though I love the characters, because that was almost going to be my background, but I was like, TaMon's going to be Gail. I see him as Hallie.
Oh, you see me as Holly?
I could see you in the beginning.
That's another read because I do not like her.
No, but she.
Wait, you know what, Hallie?
But wait,
I do not like her. You know, she was going to be in my background, but I see, you know what? She doesn't deserve it because she was stupid.
My God.
You got the worst.
Are we blaming Hallie for her death? I got something to say about that. But Hallie's the friend who's like encouraging Sydney to let's go out. You shouldn't be sitting here in by yourself, stewing in your depression and all this. Like that aspect, I can see.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
But I didn't know that. I don't see.
This is a first for me. I did not know you didn't like Hallie. I swear to God.
No, she's just there to me. She's just
Bobby,
there.
I can definitely see you being like, I'm her therapist and handing this bag over to this guy and getting in the car like she did in Scream 2. But Bobby, I thought you would have been the lead, like the final one.
Yeah, I can see Bobby.
I don't know. I see myself making it to the end, but dying last minute. You know how that person, you feel like they're going to make it, but then they just get chopped? I feel like that would be me. Somebody else would be the final boy.
When you said that, oh, sorry.
No, I was gonna say I see Bobby as like the in H2O, but they thought they took his ass out, but he's actually sitting there like, or Brandy from I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. Like, you know what? I'm just gonna lay here and let you motherfuckers deal with this shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what I see him as being.
Didn't limp out, girl. You
didn't
know
limp out with everything. Like
whatever. You can sleep.
I'm dead.
Julie.
Bobby, you say that you were the one to bring us to the event. It's always the main character whose fault that all this shit is happening. Julie James.
Correct.
You're definitely the Julie James. Like you,
Sydney Prescott.
No, do not put that on Bobby. He is not Julie James.
I feel like I'm being read tonight, but okay, TaMon, go.
I don't know. If anything, you're Carla.
I'm the opening kill. I'm Holly, and I'm Julie James. Damn, TaMon, go.
Carla, I think you're a good Carla, but go ahead.
What's wrong with Carla? She survived.
No, I like Carla. That was the only good one y'all said.
That could work too, because she was encouraging Julie to go get out and do stuff and be like, fuck all that. Yeah, I could see that.
She was. That's true. So we'll go with
then
Carla.
Red Julie when she found out, oh, that motherfucker wasn't dead?
No, why didn't you tell me?
Why didn't you tell me
I was in trauma. I have the trauma. Leave me alone. I always thought that I would be like the bitchy best friend, like Jessica in Sorority Row, the sorority president.
Yes,
like she makes it towards the end, but she doesn't survive. I figured that I would be that friend to sort of almost antagonistic, but not / comedic relief.
So who would that be in Scream?
Gail Weathers.
Yeah.
Gail Weathers. If I didn't pick Gail, it would probably be
it's Gail.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Yeah.
So, exactly. There's nobody else.
Yeah.
Or you could probably be
Rebecca from Scream 4, the publicist.
But I was like, I was gonna go with I was gonna go with Jill. What she revealed her.
Oh, I don't need fans.
I need free. I don't need friends. I need fans, bitch.
TaMon, I can see you turning that out too.
So Jill's part. I'll make it.
I can see you turning that out. I would live.
Me too. Especially when she threw her ass on itself on that table.
Listen,
the part that I relate to the most is when she stabbed herself and her reaction. She's like, "Ow, fuck!" I was like, "Yes, that's exactly how I would react." I know that shit hurt.
Yes.
She did the most. I would have been like, "Oh, he just slapped me, and I'm good."
No, man.
All that happened.
She took this shit back to Melrose Place with Lisa Renner sat there, bust all damn head. To make it
thin line between Melrose Place. She wasn't having it. Game number 2, we're gonna play a game called Our Horror Story. So we're gonna do a popcorn style, starting with Mark. Starting with me, then go to Mark. We're gonna take 30 seconds to sort of pitch our horror story. And here's the scenario. We're a group of guys. We've been friends forever. We're meeting up to go to a horror con in New Orleans for this new werewolf movie called Wolfpack. And we meet up together at the premiere for the movie. So I'm ready for my 30 seconds. Starting. Oh, I can do it actually.
Lord Jesus.
You in this.
This is 30 seconds. I'm ready. Okay. So we meet up at the horror to see the premiere of the movie, and there's an interactive maze, almost like a haunted house, and we can only go 2 by 2. So me and Michael go, and then Mark and Bobby go next, and we're separated going in 2 different paths. On this path, we jump to Bobby and Mark, and someone dressed as a werewolf jumps out. They think it's a joke, but they actually slashes Mark's chest open, and he's bleeding everywhere. So Bobby and Mark are panicking. I didn't say you died. I didn't say you died. They slash Mark's chest open. Bobby drags him out, and they pull him out of the experience because they don't make it out. They have an emergency. But me and Michael are still going through the interactive haunted house experience, and we make it out alive. Nothing happens to us. The end. Well, next is Mark. I still have time, but that's all I got.
Oh my God! Just reset it for me then. Because
I am about to. You ready? In 3, 2, 1.
Okay, so while I'm bleeding myself to death, Bobby's panicking, trying to figure out how to get me some medical attention, and I feel like that's when you guys come around the werewolf, the true wolf, and TaMon gives off his trademark scream, which alerts everybody in the area. And then the werewolf sits there and probably slashes at Michael's leg. And and Michael starts to hobble away. TaMon's nowhere to be found because he's booked out of town. He and Bobby Bobby finally gets some help, but it's nobody. It's like this pretty much another body bag of people that I don't know. This is scary. I've never done this before. Okay, so Bobby talks to people, so they call themselves being like, oh, well, they leave somebody with me, and they talk Bobby into going to try to find the creature so they can know exactly who it is. And so they go back into the maze. Meanwhile, TaMon finds his way to the girl and me, and I pretty much have bled out a lot. So I'm pale at this point. And Michael is still hobbling through the place. So Michael and Bobby and the other person finds Michael. The other person gets snatched by the werewolf. And Bobby and Michael make it out, and they meet up with us, and we just try to find a way out of the situation.
Stop.
And that's all I got right now.
Okay. Wait.
I'm terrible at this.
Wait, the 4 of us are together now?
Yeah, all 4 of us are now together with 2 other people.
Okay.
Oh my God. And now I got a fucked up leg and you bleeding.
Tail bleeds.
Okay. I guess let me know when you're gonna start. Oh my God.
Whenever you're ready.
Okay.
Get this. Your drink.
Okay, so the 6 of us are escaping the maze, and we're being chased by now multiple werewolves.
Oh shit!
TaMon, who was holding Mark, decides to drop him because he feels like he is going to bleed out to death and he won't survive. He drops Mark, and then I'm hobbling along with Bobby, and the other 2 people are with us. I get snatched again, and and now it's TaMon, Bobby, and the other 2 people. They are working their way over to a bar nearby. They close the bar up. They try to barricade the bar. TaMon would not say what. I guess Bobby's like, well, wait, what about Michael? What about Michael? TaMon's like, fuck that, he's dead. And then we think Mark is dying, but then we get a close-up of his wounds healing a little bit. And then his body, we hear his bones cracking.
Mine.
And then he starts to growl and howl a little bit, but he hasn't completely transformed. He hasn't completely transformed. Meanwhile, I'm still alive, but really bleeding out now. And then Mark devours me.
Okay, stop.
So you can just kill yourself?
Wow. I love that. I love that journey for you.
So Michael's dead, I guess. So us three is together, I guess. Are we?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, Mark devours Mike. So that's the end of that. Unfortunately, Mike. Unfortunately, I was going to turn you into a wolf too, but you're dead. So I guess I can go with that. So we've tried to fight off Mark, but we don't want to kill Mark because that is our friend. So we're battling Mark as this werewolf. TaMon jumps over. I said TaMon. TaMon jumps over. I'm getting drunk. TaMon jumps over the bar and start chucking glass bottles at Mark because Mark is coming after him. TaMon has this awesome chase scene. Meanwhile, I'm trying to get the other people while TaMon's distracting Mark or whatever, but we don't want to kill Mark again because that's our friend. But unfortunately, we came up with the plan where we have to get rid of Mark or at least try to get him down. So we chase after Mark with fucking glass bottles and we taking steaks off the chairs and tables and stuff in this bar and chasing after Mark. But Mark is whipping everybody ass, tossing people around because he's aggressive as fuck. He ends up biting TaMon. So unfortunately, TaMon is now infected. Takes out the two. Takes out one of the other people. I'm so horrible at this.
It's hard.
You better than me.
It's hard. So meanwhile, the other people has been taken out, and me and Mark is just us two or whatever. I get scratched, but now I still don't want to kill your ass. But then TaMon starts his wound starts to heal up real quick. So now TaMon's starting to transform a little bit more, not as aggressive as Mark, but just slowly. And now it's just y'all two and myself, and I don't know what the fuck to do. So I'm running out the bar to try to get help, and I don't know how much time I have left, so to be continued.
To be continued. Hey, that was good.
So we have two wolves, and I left, and Mike is dead because he's devoured. And I want to keep you alive.
Yes.
It just made sense that I would die if I can't run.
No, I mean, I was trying to give you a little injury, but nothing life threatening.
Right.
Right. I wanted you to sit there and have a life. Yeah. Yeah. Like
I wanted both of y'all to be
I shouldn't have said devoured. I should have just said I got snatched off screen or something.
I wanted to turn Mark into like the bad villain because he's the one that knows all the knowledge about all this type of stuff. And now, if I was killed, I would kill that person first, so they can't help. So Mark is now a villain, and he's after us. And then,
that makes sense.
When he started to change, when you had Michael changed too, right? No, I changed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Michael
you changed.
Michael's dead.
No, Mike. Yeah, Mike. You got like bit and stuff, but you didn't have enough time to change completely because you got devoured. But you got scratched up and bit. TaMon, you started to change.
Okay, I had Michelle Pfeiffer eyes. I get it.
Yes,
Lord Jesus.
Yes,
definitely there. Okay, I get it.
Lord Jesus, that's the Michelle Pfeiffer.
We'll circle back to that story. Don't forget it. That was
then it's just a close up. It's a close up of TaMon, like exactly like the ending of Wolf, and you just see his eyes.
Let me see if I can do that. Let me find some contacts.
Yes.
No.
I want to see that play out though. I want to see like TaMon running and then like hop over a bar and start chucking glass bottles.
Mark, get away from me, Mark. You get away from me. I didn't do anything to you.
Mark, don't make me kill you. Don't make me kill you, Mark, please. I am. Because I will. I will. I know you said not to, but I will.
I love it.
Damn, now I'm thinking of other stuff.
See?
This could have been a bar where they hunt werewolves. So a lot of the bottles, they got like some kind of liquefied silver.
And I forget we down here in New Orleans too. I
You
missed
already
the
know.
whole.
Yeah.
Oh man, that would. Oh shit! I'd have told y'all where to go.
That's good. Just 30 seconds. I mean,
Yeah.
That actually will be a dope concept, guys.
Well, to be
Cursed.
continued, so we still got more to add
continue.
to.
We do.
Cursed in New Orleans. That would be
Cursed
hot.
New Orleans.
Yes.
Right, and with that, we're gonna come right back after this quick commercial.
No, Tatum, it's okay. She's just doing her job, right, Kim?
Yes, that's right.
So, how's the book?
Well, it'll be out later this year.
Oh, I'll look for it.
I'll send you a copy.
Who did that?
Oh
Who you think?
Oh
Who you
think? I forgot about that.
Jennifer Jolie. Jennifer Jolie did that.
What? You
Mike
just gave
is the
TaMon
man
his
who-
ultimate fantasy.
Bro, you don't understand. You don't understand.
Oh,
Yo.
and that would be some shit Bobby would do. Like, bitch, get your ass over here.
And look at Michael in the back as Tatum, just crunk best
Right,
friend.
just like what? Bitch, we told you to step off, but no, here you go.
Leave her alone, bitch. I'm trying to talk to you. That's
Ooh,
it.
okay.
Relax.
I want to see
No.
that
Oh,
again.
God.
Okay, that shit is so funny.
Can we play that again?
Yeah, one more time, please.
No, Tatum, it's okay. She's just doing her job, right, Kim?
Yes, that's right.
So, how's the book?
Well, it'll be out later this year.
Oh, I'll look for it.
I'll send you a copy.
That hurt.
Oh my god.
You're not allowed on that face app anymore, Mike.
Yeah, we're gonna borrow you. We're gonna borrow you from
I have
it.
plenty more.
Dude. So now we're going to jump into some of what I like to call is Scream 101.
Yes, God.
Just a little class about Scream, and so you guys could understand entry level. Scream came out in a time when slashers was fading out, not pretty much non-existent. You know, after Halloween and Nightmare did their thing and set the pace and the tone for slashers. Scream came back with Kevin Williamson and Wes Craven revitalizing the tarnished brand of horror slashers. So Scream came out in 1996, and it starred Drew Barrymore, Neve Campbell, Courtney Cox, David Arquette, Rose McGowan, Skeet Ulrich, Matthew Lillard, all of the core cast from that movie. And it was amazing. For me, it was a moment that really made me love horror movies. I've always watched them, but this made me really connect to horror movies and certain characters that I really connect with, even till this day. So, Sydney. Sydney.
I'm not gonna say a word. That when she was at her most villainous.
She's a villain.
No, I was trying to show the shirt off, but never mind. Keep going. I don't have to get my. Don't. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Of a town of Woodsboro, and there is a lady named Maureen Prescott. And the year before Scream started, she was murdered by alleged Cotton Weary, who was on trial. And Gail Weathers was an advocate of Cotton Weary. She supported him, and she didn't believe that Sidney Prescott identified the accurate killer. So that made them immediately protagonist and antagonist with each other. And to be fair, spoiler alert, she did not say the right killer. She was wrong. It wasn't Cotton Weary. So Gail was right. So the movie opened with an iconic opening of Drew Barrymore being stalked and a home invasion with her and her boyfriend. Now, this opening probably set the tone for like surprise openings in multiple horror slashers and movies to come after. Don't you guys agree?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It was so damn good that it's hard to find the opening after it, and there's been 4 sequels that could actually top that opening. And actresses have declined being a part of Scream or in the openings because they couldn't do that. Yeah, in Scream 4, Kristen Stewart was supposed to be in the opening, but she declined because she couldn't actually think she could live up to Drew Barrymore's role, which is why we got that foolishness of
I actually like that. I just think I think the gag ran too long. I think they could have left out.
They should have did just one.
Just one, and they actually could have made what's the girls from 90210 and Pretty Little Liars. That could have been the real opening, and what's her face could have been the Anna Paquin and Kristen Bell could have been the real one. Could have been a fake out.
Yeah, that would have been a good fake out because I mean, as much as I prefer the cut version of the actual opening, but they had more dialogue and stuff like that.
They were still bad.
They were still bad, but I'm just saying I would prefer that one over the one they actually did for theatrical.
Oh, where they actually showed her body on the ceiling fan hanging from the top.
Right.
Yeah, that would have been better. We didn't get that, unfortunately. So that was Scream 4, but Scream 2 came out after the success of Scream 1. Now we have introduced some really fan favorite characters such as Randy Meeks. Randy is our Mark, or our Mark is our Randy, and they know all of the background information: who directed, who did this, why was this, who was the first of this, why did they die, did they come back? He knows all of those things, and so that's how Randy was. Idea of horror movies have rules, and we knew them unofficially, but he defined it, and now people know that horror movies actually do have rules. So Randy was a very key character until he died in Scream 2. Fun fact of Wes Craven, they do regret that decision, and Kevin Wayne, they regret that they actually did that. So
I personally feel like it was a good move, even though it was heartbreaking. That would be like we said earlier in the show that I would be the gay best friend. That was how I would want to go out. It's similar to that. It's shocking and not expected. And everybody's like, I cannot believe they just did that. Like, for real? Is he really out? Like, they took him out? Like, yeah, I want everybody to be talking. Like so shook that they can't really pay attention to the third act.
Exactly.
And all the clues going on.
I think that was like one of the top gag moments. Like, I didn't think I thought he would get hurt, but damn, hold on. He's dead. Like, you just killed Randy, who was, to me, at that time, before understanding the full story, I liked you just as much as Sydney. So it was just like, they got two characters that I really like.
Yeah.
So, that was heartbreaking.
That's when I was like, okay, it's going to get real now. Because I felt like at that point, anybody could die.
That was the goal.
Yeah, same. Same.
A lot of people feel like Tatum in Scream 4, in Scream, because she was the best friend, the spicy best friend, and she had a really good scene. And I watched a couple of videos where people saying that how would she have been in Scream 2?
I would have loved to see more of her, honestly, but I feel like it was okay for her to go in the first one. I love her character, and I would love to see more of her, but I think she was great for the first one, because if she would have ended up in the second one, I feel like she just wouldn't maybe give the same energy that she gave in the first one.
Also, she wouldn't get into Windsor College, low key. I don't think.
She wouldn't. She was the. Oh, she wasn't the sheriff's daughter. She was the deputy sister. Yeah. But in those movies, the best friend, the blonde best friend, is dead. That's the rule. That's part of it.
I think it would have been interesting to make her one of the killers instead of Stu. I think she seemed to have like a kind of sadistic side to her that when they were doing the red herring shit earlier on, like explaining everything, I got the sense that she could have been one of the killers instead of Stu.
Yeah. Like that conversation on the steps when they were talking about women can't be killers.
Right. Stu was like, it would take a man to do that. And she said, or someone with a man's mindset or something like that. To me, that said that she should have been one of the killers.
I would have lived if she was one of the killers. Like, I would have lived if it was her and Billy as the killer. The dialogue that Tatum popped, because first of all, Rose McGowan, to me, the way she delivers lines is just, it hits hard, and it's always like it lands perfectly every fucking time. So if they gave her that dialogue at the end where like she's revealed as the killer and she explained why, and she just become this crazy obsessed person, I feel like she would fucking deliver. So I think that was his opportunity. That was a good one, Mike.
Yeah,
I don't know. I would have loved to have seen her make it to the second movie and then her be revealed as a potential killer. Because it's like, somebody got to make it out of here. You know what I'm saying? And I can sit there and like make sure you motherfuckers die though, but I can take my rampage over to college, and she could probably sit there and say something about, Sydney did this to her or something like that, whatever, because she really didn't give a fuck about Stu or Billy. It'd been cool if it had been her and Billy Loomis's mom as the killers. That'd have been cool.
In the second,
but in the second one, but in the first movie, I don't know. You noticed that it was only 2 girls that died in all the Scream.
Yeah,
Casey and Tatum. That was it.
Blonde and pretty. That's the rule.
Yeah. So. And even they had to go back and kill Principal Henry to up the body count, and
I liked him.
Me too. I think that I'm split, right? I think it'll be cool because Tatum sort of dogged Billy throughout Scream, the first one, as a best friend would do, and to find out that they were lovers, and then actually, she wasn't.
Yeah, she was fucking him. Come on now.
Everybody was fucking Billy Loomis, okay? Obviously.
It would kind of be like a Scream 5 situation where you got Amber and that, and they obviously was messing around. So if they would have did that in the first movie, what?
I think that was before its time, women and men killers. But
that was going to be the thing for Scream 2. That was going to be the original killers. It was going to be Derek and Hallie.
Yep,
and they was fucking each other.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, that's horrible.
She can't never
liked her more if she was the killer.
Do you think they keep scenes when they're like juggling the ideas of who their killer is actually going to be? Or do they just intentionally put the red herring scenes in it? Because watching the Derek scenes, I was like, he's a little too much and a little really intense with his stares and shit.
It's definitely in the script, but it's about directing.
Right. And on top of that, TaMon knows this. I mean, all 4 of us know how crucial it was shooting Scream 2 because they had a script, but some asshat on set leaked the entire script, and they had to go back and do like multiple endings and stuff like this. So it got to the point where certain people thought they was the killer one day, then come to find out, like, oh, I have a death scene. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, okay, and so it was. I mean, I would have loved to been on this set while all that was going on because. They were really reconfiguring like how horror movies were going to be made from that point on, and they even made fun of it in Scream 3, with Sarah Harding. There's been another goddamn rewrite. So it was just like a callback to everybody was saying like, oh, I got the script of Scream 2. I know it is, and then again the theater like, you lied because you. They had to do that because that's how crucial it got to the point. Because look, Scream changed we always said, beforehand, the Scream changed the format on a lot of shit. You could go back and watch a trailer for a Nightmare on Elm Street 4, Friday the 13th Part 7, Halloween 4, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, and you would know everybody who got killed. You just went to go see the movie. You know, like who died before you get in the damn theater. Like, oh, he dead. Oh, she died. You know what I'm saying? Scream and Scream 2 and even Scream 3, with all their trailers, you didn't know what the fuck was going on. All you just know is people just screaming, falling, tripping over each other, throwing quippy lines out, and they made sure to keep it like that because you did not know. When I tell you, I was analyzing the trailer for Scream 2. I was like, okay, there's Sarah Michelle Gellar going over the fucking balcony, so she's dead. Then I was like, I've noticed that Maureen Prescott here hit on the same outfit the entire damn time they showed her, and I'm like, okay, she might be dead, but I didn't think she'd be open to kill. You know what I'm saying? But then they brought out the poster, and I said everybody thought that the Scream 2 poster was Gail Weathers and Sidney Prescott. I'm like, that's a brown eye. That's Jada Pinkett. I'm like, oh shit, Jada Pinkett might be dead. She might be the open to kill. So it was like, I don't know. Speaking of that poster, somebody actually sat there and argued with me. That is not Jada Pinkett Smith. That is. I was like, bitch, it is 2021. If you just not realize that's Jada Pinkett Smith, I'm like, come on now, get out of here.
And Jada was supposed to play Hallie too.
I could see that.
I could see that.
Now,
actually, I wish that was switched. If I'm being honest,
and Derek being
it should have been switched, honestly, because I feel like Jada would have delivered as Holly.
Jada would have gave us what we needed. Peaches from
Peaches. Oh damn, Dirty Shame.
Yeah, she would have gave us all of that.
And she probably would have had more scenes too.
She would have died. Yeah. That's fine.
I don't think she would have died the way that at least Neil died. Though. I think she would have had a bigger, grander death because of her name.
Oh yeah,
because Jada Pinkett Smith was a name. It wasn't like
and
that's why she got top billing at the front of the not top bill, but that's what she got like two places on this poster. You know what I'm saying? Like, bitch, we got Jada Pinkett Smith. The fuck you talking about?
That part. And so I imagine if Tatum survived, that maybe we wouldn't have CeCe Cooper, and that would be Tatum's scene.
You think so?
I think so. That's a good way to take out Tatum.
It would have been great to have her have a phone call with the killer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if she's a final girl or a legacy member, she has to have a phone call.
Right. And just like Bobby said earlier, she would have been great delivering those lines. You know what I'm saying? And she probably would have tried to call Sydney, and Sydney wouldn't pick up her phone because she's at the party. She probably can't hear it because cell phones back then you could easily miss a call. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, absolutely. If you'd had this shit on vibrate, and so she
probably would have been in the sorority, or she could have been one of those girls who doesn't fuck with girls like that.
I could see that for real.
Or Tatum.
Popular,
Tatum and Sydney grew apart because Sydney's trying to move.
That would make sense. Be so much drama if they went to the same college and they had grew apart.
And Tatum completely transformed into this sorority. She's CeCe Cooper, but maybe a little bit of Portia de Rossi.
Okay.
I was also pissed off and upset that what was that name? Lois and Murphy is constantly asking her, you need to get Sydney into our sorority.
Yeah.
If we have both of you girls in here, we would be like, and then that probably made Tatum mad, and then that's probably why she sat there and called him Miss Loomis, was like, yo, let's fuck this bitch up for once. So come on.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Are you going through all the movies? In fact, or are we just talking movie to movie?
I'm picking points and then using those points to segue to that movie. Like when you got come up in conversation.
Okay.
I do have points for every movie, but you guys are helping with the transition, so this is fine. But I'll start with Scream 3.
Well, let me just say Sydney got Hallie killed, but we can continue.
Okay, I'll start with the ending of Scream 2.
Hallie got herself killed.
No. Thank you. Even though I love the character, thank you, Bobby. I do agree with that because out of rain. I'm sorry.
Can we all agree that scene of that car chase was horror movie history? Because
it is
right.
Yeah.
So
because that stabs Hallie in this car, I'm gonna have an attitude because I was like, oh shit, she's dead.
Right. And again, sussing through the trailers and combing through it, I was like, okay, they're in the car because when they had I was like, I thought it was Gail and Sydney at first. When I said, because everybody in the movie had the same fucking cut. You know what I'm saying? All the girls had the same damn bob cut. Oh, except for Jada Pinkett
with a little red tint in it. If you look at everybody's hair, they have a little bit of red in their hair. All of them.
Right. And so I was like, damn, everybody got the same Rachel cut. And so I was like, and then
that's Gail's best hairstyle to me throughout the franchise.
It is.
Like I love
it.
That's
is.
her best hairstyle.
Yeah. I like the fourth one, but that was everything. That was her strongest movie. That was her strongest movie. That was her strongest look.
Yeah, but she had to carry all of Scream 3 just about, and
yeah, she did.
Her and no bang,
and that's not their fault because Scream 3 was they had a whole different writer for that one, Aaron Kruger, and Aaron Kruger and Wes Craven paired up with that, and that movie had script issues. They always hating on Scream in their scripts, like they try to leak them. I'm probably a part of that problem, but.
Y'all, let's drink to that. He admits to it.
TaMon be in the text like, so guys, I have nope, we're not doing this today.
How would you guys feel if no? I can't even say hello because they think it's gonna be a hello, y'all. No, because that's probably what Ghostface says when he sees Gail. No, you're trying to. But Scream 3 had a whole bunch of rewrites. Also, that was right after Columbine.
Right.
And so they wanted to tone down the violence. So we got a poor movie, and of course, Neve Campbell couldn't show up because she was filming Drowning Mona. That's why her hair looks bad in Scream 3 because it's a wig.
But even then, I remember her saying that she didn't want to get typecast in that role, and I was having an issue with it. I'm gonna be honest, y'all. Back in with Scream 3 year to come out, and they were talking about are we gonna get Neve? And she was saying like, well, I don't know. I don't want to be typecast in this role, and this, and that. I'm like, girl, if you don't go make that third goddamn movie and get that coin,
please. What else are you doing?
Exactly. Party 5 is like on its way out of here. Like, what are you doing? And so when they did actually secure her, and you realize that she wasn't in the movie, you watch Scream 3, you kind of forget that she doesn't really pop. She only has like 2 big scenes in the middle of the movie, and then towards the end, she shows up for the third act. Like, y'all got me for a week. Let's get this shit together. I don't want to be here.
More reason to end it at this movie. She is done.
She is done.
Either kill Sydney off at the end, or that is the conclusion of the story for her.
So
Scream. Go ahead, Simon.
I want to see Sydney again in the Scream movie unless she's being murdered.
I just don't. To me, it's just not a natural. Because to me, if it's going to be about Sydney, it needs to be about her, not her just popping in. I want to see her throughout the movie if it's about her. I don't like just going to the movies and she's coming into 1 or 2 scenes. I don't see the point of that. Just make it about somebody else. She's moved on, but y'all want to keep dragging the character back in when she's going through having her fake babies.
They're not fake, baby. They're not fake. Me and Mark got it on.
Tell them, boo.
Artificial insemination. But anyway.
You lost your damn mind tonight. Oh my God.
I just think it just doesn't. I think 3 should have been it for the Sydney character. The way they ended it, she's closing or opening her gate with her dog. She's in the middle of nowhere. She's free and shit. That should have been the end of her storyline. And then if they decided to do Scream again, just start with a new story, new characters, and you won't be in a situation where you have to keep trying to bring back everybody. Just start, because I think, and it was a big gap between the 3rd and 4th movie. That was the other problem.
It was.
I think a lot of people
came out in 2000 and Scream 4 came out in 2011.
Right. That was a good 10 years or 9?
Storyline world has been 10 years. Yeah.
Okay, but I think that I concur with that, because I'm not gonna lie. When they gave us this ending as you described it in Scream 3, where she's just free, Dewey and Gail about to get married. City to found somebody in Mark. He's a movie fanatic too, but he also has common sense. He ain't got no secrets and shit hiding with him, stuff like that. And then when the door opens up and she looks at it and then she walks off, it was just like, I don't have to worry about that anymore, because I done killed the motherfucker who had all this shit to begin, who started all this shit to begin with, my brother. Yeah. So there's nothing else to worry about. And the thing about Scream 3, a lot of people shit on it. The thing about Scream 3 is that basically it was the only franchise at the time that gave us an actual conclusion, an ending. And we got the reason why all this shit happened beforehand. She got a happy ending. There was no open-ended thing where like, the movie stopped making money, so we just decided to go ahead and just write them off. It was a closed ending.
Yeah, I agree. And fun fact about Scream 3, the original movie was to take place in Woodsboro, and there was a movie club, and it was a cult, and they were the ones trying to kill Sydney, and they were all being ran from Stu, who survived in jail. But that didn't happen. I don't like
that. I don't like that. I like how they did it. I like how they did it.
I actually do too.
because but the creation of Roman is just like that looming figure, and he also made sense for all the three killer theory that was going on ever since Scream 1.
Mm-hmm.
And because I really think that when they were sitting there in the scenes of Scream, they're getting ready for the party, and somebody was stalking them, I really honestly I think that was Roman.
Yeah,
that was Roman. Just to make sure everything was going along with the plan, because he's a director.
Yep, he directs.
He directs. So,
but Scream 4 was technically 10 years from Scream 3, and we got introduced to a whole new set of characters. We had Jill, we had Kirby, and everybody loves Kirby. We have Kirby. I just want to say that. I just want to say that Cece Cooper crawled so Kirby can walk, because Cece Cooper being in that film club, she was that same.
Kirby, that was a stretch.
Kirby is definitely Cece Cooper. Thank you.
Kirby has a certain energy about her that's just very different.
It is. But she was the start of that whole "I'm a smart film girl" idea, and then Kirby got the benefits of that, and I'm gonna stick to that. I'm outvoted. It seems that way. So sorry, Cece. But we have Kirby, we have Olivia, and we have Trevor. And Trevor is the new Billy Loomis as it relates to his role in this remake of Scream 1. We have Sydney as Jill Roberts, but she is her cousin. And then who else do we have from the main cast? Those two guys.
There's a bunch of people, child.
No, the one Rory Calkin's brother, Rory Calkin, and then the guy who played Charlie and Trevor. That's their name.
The film
guys.
People.
Then you have the legacy characters, Gail and Dewey. They've been married for 10 years. Gail Hayton and Woodsboro, Avi. And Dewey is now the sheriff with Deputy Slut Judy Hicks. And
she was a big slut.
She was a slut. What? She was in Dewey's
slut.
No,
she was slut. She was trying to slut.
She was in Dewey's face and making him snacks. Bitch, go mind your business.
She just wanted somebody to taste her lemon squares. Like, I don't understand what the problem was.
No.
And somebody did taste the lemon squares. Somebody did taste the lemon squares and then sat there and left her ass, and she was a single mom in Scream 5.
That's why she's a single mother with Wes.
Because somebody did taste the lemon squares and realized they were
married at the same time.
Let's just. Maureen Prescott has 88,000 kids all over America, and y'all gonna call Judy Hicks a slut? We're not doing that. No.
Judy Hicks was a new what they call it, a new age slut.
A new age slut. Sure was.
She is a mother, and
she wasn't a mother.
She
wasn't a mother
of many. She had to be a mother if it's only 10 years apart. She had to be a mother.
And I told you that somebody ate their lemon square and realized they actually tasted like ass. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's
what's y'all problem with Judy Hicks? What's y'all problem?
Because she was face way too much, and she threw me too much shade.
Gail didn't want Dewey, so let's just go there.
Hold up now. Let's get this together now. Gail wanted that Dewey dick. She wanted the Dewey,
and she had it.
They're supposed to have a baby. They're supposed to have a baby in Scream 4.
Baby, listen.
Anywho.
Gail didn't even give it to Dewey. He was already smitten.
Right.
So she had him a long time ago.
Yeah, well, first of all, Dewey was a virgin in the first movie. So
we don't know that. We don't know that.
We know that.
We don't know that.
He gives very Virgin C in the first movie.
Okay, we'll take it.
We know. And Scary Movie confirmed it because he was fucking vacuum cleaners in that. So
that's why he was late to pick up that phone.
So Gail, she's more she just wants her career. That's what's most important to her. So she didn't appreciate Dewey. Well, that's what it was. She didn't appreciate Dewey. She wasn't paying attention to him.
If she didn't appreciate Dewey, she would have accepted that ring.
Why are we arguing about this? You can go on, TaMon.
No, we're going. All I'm saying was that because she stayed with him 10 years, she had to have loved Dewey.
Exactly. Because she
stayed with somebody.
I didn't say she didn't love him.
You said that
she cared more about her career than
her
Dewey.
career than him.
I
see that 100%. Yeah.
Oh my god. Anyway, Scream 4.
They're the same. But
listen, I feel like Jennifer Jolie would be a better suit for Dewey, honestly.
Actually, yes.
I don't
Oh.
think so because she would have sat there, had Dewey jumping hoops left and right. You know,
And
if
he
you
likes that
love me,
type of
Dewey,
woman. He
if
likes
you
that type of
love me,
woman.
Dewey, then you would
I
do
feel
what
like,
I
and I
tell
feel like he
you.
would do it. I feel like that's what he wants because Gal hasn't been giving him the love that he always been wanting and craving. So that attention he would get from Jennifer, he would absolutely enjoy that. So
Mhm.
why not?
Gail doesn't need him, and he wants somebody to need him, and that's what Jennifer will do for
So
him.
they're not a match.
Well, it doesn't
Nope.
matter now because both of them are dead.
And Gail's about to be.
So
And Gail's about to be
TV.
within 5 minutes of the Scream 6.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
Open an
She's
egg,
about to
honey.
be.
She's
I
on her
I
board.
hope that Pulitzer was worth it.
Was the shows, the books, the relationship. It was all worth
Wait,
it.
did she get a Pulitzer? I don't remember.
We're gonna say
No.
that she did.
She's in the history books though. That's she could die happy. My name, I did write the definitive the definitive book about the Woodsboro and the Windsor and the Sunset Studios murders.
And the Clock
So-
Tower murders too, because you know Scream 5 had time travel. She wrote that.
Oh
book.
my
I mean,
God.
Dewey said it himself. She's a mediocre writer, so I don't know how that happened.
When did this turn into? All right, so we're gonna go
Yeah,
back
I don't know.
to.
I tried to steer it
This
back.
turned into.
They
No,
wanted to keep going. I tried to steer it back.
Nope.
But Scream 4
Nope.
was basically a Ooh.
Just disrespectful. I'm just
Scream
He
4.
said it. I say it.
No, you said it. Okay. Scream 4 was basically a wannabe reboot of the first one. Unfortunately, Scream 4 has some problems. As we said earlier with Fun Facts, Kristen Stewart pulled out, and we got this montage of openings, which changed openings for Scream in a sense to be creative. And it got mixed reviews. I hated it.
I enjoyed it for what it was, but
And I
it
did
ran
like
too
those
long.
CW actresses from canceled TV shows that they got for the opening, and I was over there.
I enjoyed seeing Sookie get stabbed.
Sure. We all
I
want
think everybody loved Sookie to get stabbed at that point. It's some true blood.
I wanted people to be like Brenda. This is for Rogue. Boom. And then that movie, everyone basically died. All of the new cast died, and everybody was over that. Besides Jill, because the actual new franchise was going to have Jill as the lead, and she was going to take over in Scream 6. And she's going to be on college, and she's going to be stalked by a killer, also blackmailing her, knowing that she was the killer from the previous one. So, Scream 5, excuse me, Scream 5.
Okay.
In the original trilogy of 4, 5, and 6, it was going to be about Jill and Kirby. Sydney had amnesia because she didn't remember who the killer was. Kirby didn't know that she was the killer either because she was on the ground bleeding out. So you had Kirby, you had Jill from the new characters moving on to college, and someone stalking.
So basically, rebooting Scream 2.
Basically, season 2 of the Scream TV show.
No.
Where
I
we
mean-
met Audrey.
I mean, that could have been interesting, but I guess just leave Sydney be. She don't need to be in it. If you're gonna start with Jill, all you gotta say is she's related to her. That's it. I don't need to know nothing else.
Right.
And then Jill starts her own story and goes forward.
Yeah,
Jill's the killer, though.
yeah, she's.
I mean, now, but yeah.
There would have been a great way to reboot the damn Sleepaway Camp movies. You got the killer in the main cast members.
The main cast, yeah, that would have been cool. But I love what we got because Jill was a good killer, and I do think Emma Roberts could have actually pushed the franchise maybe two more movies. Her and Hayden Panettiere. I think they could have pushed them two, and whatever supporting characters they get with them. But we didn't have to have that. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
And we move on to Scream 5, where we 2022, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we have Kevin Williamson, who was executive producer, the only one behind the scenes that was a part of the original creative vision. Radio Silence.
Yes.
They are the ones who produced it, and Chad, I think. I'm sorry, I can't remember his last name. He wrote Scream 5, and Scream 5 was really cool. It had really good shut up. It had really good promotion, and we haven't seen that in a long time. they introduced some really cool characters again. They introduced Mindy Meeks Martin, which is Randy Meeks' niece, through Martha Meeks, and she was in Scream 3.
Mm-hmm.
So we have
Like I said,
hey, and we have Chad, her twin brother, Chad
Useless.
Martin, and Mindy is more like Randy, and Chad is like an anti-Randy because Chad is like popular. He's hot. All the things Randy wanted to be, and sort of got in Scream 2 before his normalcy got ripped away from him by his death. And then we also have Tara Carpenter. She is the main character's younger sister, and also the opening kill. Miss Thing said that she studied Drew Barrymore's performance over and over to prepare for her role.
she's dedicated. That's why we love her.
Yeah, that's true. It tells. It shows. I don't know if I would rank her the second best opening, but she's definitely in the top. It's hard. I don't know, but
It's Drew, Maureen, then Tara. But go ahead.
Yep,
okay. Thank you.
that's
Okay.
correct.
Thank you.
Casey.
I like Cotton's too, but you are absolutely correct.
Cotton's comes in at 4.
I mean,
Yeah.
his did introduce the different voices, which I liked.
That was scary.
After that, I was like, "Oh shit!" So he can sound like anybody.
Anybody like you got you out of there. You stab. Can we finally drink that? Was used word stab? Because nobody has said it all
Oh,
night.
yeah. I'm going to re-up on commercial.
That's it.
I wish that, not to go back to Scream 2, but just really quick because you mentioned Maureen again. I wish that she at least got a little bit of a chase scene in the movie theater somehow, versus just being stabbed there. Even though I understand the point of that, just being stabbed and like, look at me, shit.
Yeah,
that was terrifying. I'll talk about that more when we log off about how that scene scared me. But
yeah, I got one for you, Mark, about that.
Yeah.
That was fine.
Yeah, I feel like you're right though, Mike. I mean, you can finish TaMon. I'm just gonna say this real quick. I feel like somehow she should have had a chase scene outside the movie theater and ended up in that movie theater and died the same way, but had a chase scene leading into her demise inside the movie theater where everybody's like, you know, in costume and having a good time and watching. And she could die the same way, but I wanted something leading her in there and dying.
And it could have been done because everyone was wearing Scream shit. She could have been stabbed out in the lobby somewhere. She's running, trying to get help, but people are screaming everywhere, so they don't believe her. So she goes to try to get in the theater, although she probably should run outside, but I don't know. She goes in the theater thinking she can maybe hide from them and then get stabbed.
I think if that situation can happen to any one of us in the panel right now, and we will probably all be dead because that was surprise factor out the ass. And then she died thinking that her boyfriend killed her, which is horrible.
Oh, you're right. I didn't think of that.
Let's just add insult to injury. But in Tara Carpenter, then we also have Sam Carpenter, who's the new lead, and we discovered that she is the biological daughter of Christina Carpenter, her mother, and Billy Loomis.
The slut.
Yep, Christina Carpenter is definitely that too.
You know what? Slut should have been the word tonight because the amount of slut that's been
First of all, we're gonna start calling some of these men slut. Billy Loomis is a slut and a half.
He was. I didn't say
that he was. Maureen is a slut 1,000.
Okay, she got slut. That's not her fault.
And she was. I mean, she on camera in the 90s. So I mean, really,
3 ways from Sunday, baby. You know what that means.
And everybody
Why are we talking about my mother? Why are we
talking
about my mother?
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Always go back to your mother. It always goes back.
So Scream 5 was the whole motive of that was you have this group of characters, and it's about Billy Loomis and his daughter Sam Carpenter. And I'm not the biggest fan of her portrayal or the actual character. And I just want to go on record to say that that's okay for me to feel that way. I think Melissa Barrera is amazing. But I always get hate mail when I talk about Sam.
I think towards the end, she makes up for it. Like that's the version of the character I hope to see in the next movie. In the end, she definitely gave it.
She was pretty flat until she turned up in the third act. I would like to see her like Rachel was in Halloween 5.
In Halloween 5? I
She's not gonna go out like
about
that. She got a taste for blood. I don't think she's going out like that.
That's just my personal opinion.
She's gonna probably have the best fight scene in that movie.
Please give it to her.
Yeah, but
shut everybody that's talking all that shit about her in Scream 5 and Scream 6. She's gonna shut everybody the fuck up, and I can't wait.
I can't wait too.
I'm a fan. I'm a fan.
You don't think Chad was dry, but you think she was?
Do I think Chad was dry?
Mm-hmm.
Chad gave sex appeal though. I mean, I'm not saying that Sam was bad, but Chad gave sex appeal.
They didn't give him much to do though. Like they gave him like a little chase, like that little chase scene. And that was good.
Yeah.
Because why not have a black male survive for once? Like, come on,
right?
Kill all the white people.
It didn't happen until test audience. They filmed 2 scenes for him. In Scream 5.
Of course, he's gonna die in 6 though. I have a feeling.
6 survivors in my eyes is way too much. I think he could have gone.
That was for TaMon.
I already know, Mark.
Right.
I'm sure I signed a disclaimer that I cannot mention Scream 6 spoilers in this.
Oh God.
I haven't seen the paperwork yet, so once we draft that, that'll be nice.
This is too.
It'll be done by commercial. It'll be done by commercial.
My fax machine is waiting.
Also, rewatching Scream 2, I think Dewey actually should have died in the second movie. Because to me, that was a way more heartbreaking death, thinking he was dead that way versus in this movie.
Then again, if you had both Dewey and Randy go out, that'd have been like the final 2 women standing without no help in Scream 3. Like, let's do this for once for all, Sid. Let's kill their asses, and then yeah.
Because it's just a pattern of okay, these 3 live over and over and over again until this movie.
And I think they answered that in Scream 5 because I'm not gonna lie. I told y'all plenty of times when we talked about this movie on and off camera. When that knife entered Dwight, I was just
today.
That was his fault. Honestly, that was his fault. Like
him and Gail.
I mean
because Gail had nothing to do with that.
Gail's heart was broken.
When you're in this, all right. So for one, it was his fault because he should never went back. 2, his phone was ringing. You had a bigger problem at hand. Don't worry about looking at your fucking phone right now. Get rid of this motherfucker and then look at your phone and see that missed call. So he was just stupid. He wanted to die. I think so. He wanted to go.
It was like 4 shots. The moment he got back off the elevator, I think everybody knew he was about to die.
Everybody knew then.
We knew in the trailer he was dead.
I was upset.
100%. Yeah.
I was like, you better get your ass in the elevator, boy. And then he got out the elevator. I was like, no.
Yeah. If I redid it,
twirled a little bit too. Like he had put him down, dropped him to the ground. I was like, okay, Dewey, look at you. No, nothing.
Yeah. I'll be dead ass honest with
you. Shit. Like he was fucking her up a little bit.
Listen, I told everybody. I agree with you, Bobby. I told everybody that Amber, we don't give her enough credit. She sat there and bodied a lot of people in the damn movie by herself.
Right.
Yeah,
because what's his name? Richie was over there. Oh, Sam, this and that. Bobby, Amber's over there sitting there like stab, slash, you out of here. Next.
I think Richie was Judy and Wes.
He probably was because Amber was at the damn thing with the rest of the crew. So he probably did that. But in terms of fucking up Tara, the hospital situation, and then half the bodies at the goddamn party, I'm like, Jesus Christ, girl, like what is up with you?
You gotta be really coordinated to do this because it's like a lot of running around, planning. You got plan 4, plan in case the other one doesn't work.
Amber was probably the captain of the cheerleading squad, and that's how she knew how to be on point about a lot of shit. Like
I can see that, or a mathlete, or a captain of the debate team. She was something where she
was something right.
Very organized.
She was in charge.
Yeah, for sure. The So Michael, you said that too many people survived. Who would you have killed in Scream 5?
You said
Chad
it.
and would I have killed Tara? Okay, wait. Oh wait, no, it's gotta be another legacy. I would have killed Chad, and honestly, it's Gail or Sydney, one of them. Gail would make more sense to me. She might go out because she's like trying to get revenge for Dewey. And she might get herself in a situation where she would just end up going out. Sydney, that doesn't make sense to kill her in this because she's coming back, leaving her family to do shit for whatever reason. And
to protect her family, because
so she should stay in Woodsboro.
Like she said,
stop procreating and spreading this demon energy around the world.
Look, this demon energy ain't nobody over there in her family fucking up anybody right now. Her aunt's dead, her cousin is dead, her dad's dead,
her brother's dead,
her mom's dead, her brother's dead. That is it. She is cleansed of the evil.
Yeah.
So it's like
she putting herself back in it. She putting herself
but no,
back
it's because she didn't want to. Her baby, her best friend's brother, who was a big brother to her, was killed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And she had to come back and see, okay, they went after him. That means my family is in danger right now.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I'm saying? Like, the fuck?
Yeah.
And then so she said, like, she told Sam, we need to nip this shit in the bud because as long as this motherfucker's up here still slicing folks, I can't sleep at night. I got a family at home.
Okay.
And I gotta make sure they straight.
To what end?
Yes. Absolutely.
How many copycats is she gonna try to kill? She just gonna keep coming back to Woodsboro?
What you mean try to kill? They try to kill her.
She's not
just want her ass because she came back. Stay your ass and wherever the hell you at, stay there.
No.
So you would let your friends get all chopped up. You wouldn't go back and try to save them.
She's purposefully separating herself from everybody.
No.
For a reason. It's like she in witness protection. You don't just come out of nowhere showing your face, and now people know where you are and probably going to track where you're going and all that.
Richie and Amber didn't know a damn thing where she was.
She can't dye her hair, cut it, and go teach at a school. Okay, that's not.
Come on, Carrie Tate.
Okay.
But no, on the same token, though, she did what she had to do. But she sat there and told Sam at the end. She pretty much told Sam, like, "Yo, if the only thing missing from that last scene between the Carpenter sisters and Sidney Prescott was an actual baton being passed on to them.
Yeah,
like this is y'all shit down.
Hand her the gun.
I'm out here.
I'm out. And that's why when they was talking about Scream 6, I'm like, okay, it's gonna follow the Carpenter sisters and da-da-da. When we're trying to get Sidney back, no, she don't need to be back.
Yeah,
she don't need to be back.
Hold that thought because we're gonna talk about what happens in future plans. Because I know a lot of shit talk about that.
my fax machine has not run yet.
I will make an agreement to not give spoilers about Scream 6 if I have any.
Yes.
Wow. You know what, Bobby? I need you to go over the draft. Michael, you get the second eyes to it.
I'm gonna give him credit and say he's not gonna give us spoilers. I'm gonna just hold out.
Thank you, Michael.
Okay.
I don't know.
Oh, thank you,
okay.
Michael. Thank you for having me. So who do you guys think is? Well, not think. Who is your favorite character? I know we all have our number one. So you can give me or you can just tell me why this person is your favorite character.
We just gotta do one. We can't do more than one, right?
Just one.
Okay.
One.
Ooh.
Mine's is what Mike got in his background. Miss Jennifer. I'm sorry. She was camp.
Everything.
She was funny. She was amazing. I loved her. I mean, I do have other options, but for now, she's my number one.
Mark said that Gail carried the third movie. I think that Gail and Jennifer carried.
They did.
They did.
Together, they did amazing.
That trio of her and Dewey and those two in that love triangle, that was gold.
That was gold. It was.
Mm-hmm.
It was.
Dewey a slut too, actually, if you think about it.
But
yeah.
Everybody's slutting.
That's the new word, slut. So
the new word is slut. I said that.
Yeah,
because y'all just throwing that around like ass.
So as much as I want to say as much as I want to say Jennifer Jolie, because I love her, I'm going to actually go with Randy.
Okay.
He is actually my favorite character out of the whole franchise. I really wish he would have lasted a little bit longer, gotten more to do. I think he would have been interesting to watch.
The idea of Cotton being killed in Scream 2 and Randy being the consultant on Stab's cast and murdered in the beginning. That would have been cool if Randy opened Scream 3.
Yeah.
Right.
And that would have mattered more than Cotton, because Cotton's
that works. And then having Martha show up after he dies, saying, well, if he ever died, blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
And then having Sydney be upset because she's like, that was my best friend, but I'm scared, too scared to come out, because I know if I come out that I'll probably get killed.
People die when I come out.
That's dealing with her trauma. And they did a good job at Scream 3 in that, actually.
Because seeing Cotton
that was a lot. I didn't know what was happening there first. I was like, this got to be a dream, bitch. This got to be a dream. And I don't like this direction, but let's get to it.
Yeah. Great.
Who's your favorite?
Mine? Oh shit. Y'all, I don't want to be, it's Sydney, but because everybody's expecting me to say Sydney, I'm gonna go with Tatum Riley, because Tatum.
Good choice.
Tatum was just I was don't call it stereotypical, because that's kind of have a bad connotation to it. She was the nouveau best friend. Like, she had her own shit going. Like, she had cheer practice. She had her boyfriend. She was concerned about her best friend, but she kept it real with her best friend. When she sat there and said, do you think my mom did it? Girl, look,
on the patio.
Yeah, like, girl, look, when shit just keep constantly going around, like, when it, you start to believe it. I mean, but let's do you.
Yeah,
let's do you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's your mom. Do you?
Yeah.
So Tatum is just, that was a character that, when she died, I was actually upset. Like, really, really upset, because I was like, the manner because she fought. She wasn't the stereotypical blonde. She fought. She fucked up Ghostface. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
And I kind of personally think that was either Billy Loomis or even Roman that she sat there, because I don't think Stu could do it.
It wasn't Billy, but Roman is a good idea too.
Because it was just the fact that, all that glass hitting you in certain areas, you get kicked in the nuts, you still up and walking around like
where we know
it takes a lot of balls.
I feel like Billy, wasn't he just getting some ass upstairs?
Billy showed up, and that's another thing. Tatum dying, and this is why I love Tatum so much, because you can see how much of a linchpin she was to the overall story. If Billy had showed up while Tatum was still there, he would have got nowhere near Sydney. So they knew they had to take her ass out first.
And remember, he sent her to the garage to get beer.
Oh,
he set that up. He set that up because he knew if Billy showed up, Tatum would have been their friend. Like, girl, you said you was not gonna get back with him. You said you was not gonna get back with him. I'm gonna make sure this shit goes down tonight.
Yeah,
you not gonna fuck with him again. Billy, take your old scruffy looking ass home. How about that?
Niggas.
Like the best versions of Annie Brackett and Linda, like, put together in one character.
I love that.
Yeah, she's like,
that's a damn good good observation, right?
Yeah, she's like those two characters, which is classic because it's another callback to Halloween, which that movie is a love letter. Scream is a love letter to that.
Speaking of that, rewatching Scream 1, when Dewey and Gail get into the house and they still have Halloween playing in the background, the music, it almost feels like you're in a Halloween movie because it's still playing while all the shit is going on.
All intentional, just brilliant. Now you got a whole new
you know that scene when Michael Myers pop out the shadows and it does that that score? It happens the same way when Ghostface appears behind Randy. So I was just like, it fits perfectly at that scene. Yeah. It fits perfect. I love it.
It's jarring because you're trying to find out what's going on. You get this music playing. It's like it's enhancing your fear. Like, I don't know what to do, and that's why he got stabbed off screen. He wasn't paying attention.
I'm not going to say my favorite character is Gail Weathers because that's
lies.
We don't have to talk about. I'm going to be, pick up my second favorite or someone else, right?
Okay. At least
because I haven't really thought that far past this. Like the legacy characters are them, but
Sam Carpenter.
Sam Carpenter.
Yeah. I was hoping that you had a change of heart tonight and you would just surprise us.
No, for
And I
what?
would-
I hope that he has a change of heart and surprises us in this next movie.
Oh, excuse me.
Shit, this is hard because you've already said Jennifer, and she would definitely probably be the one. But I'm trying to think of someone different.
I said Randy. You could pick Jennifer.
No, Bobby said Jennifer.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, Bobby said Jennifer.
Kirby.
I think I'm gonna go with Tara Carpenter. Right.
That makes sense.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Tara Carpenter, and Kirby is great, but I'm just because people love her so much, it makes me not want to love her.
Okay.
No, don't do that. Don't.
No,
I
it's
mean, the
fine.
question is, what did she really do to be loved? She was a horror fan. It's
Yeah.
not like she had like I guess like the phone call, her name in those horror movies gets people like hyped up because she's one of us. But I am kind of like, well, what did she do exactly in the movie?
I think her character just was like she took no shit. Like you could just tell that she was
Mhm.
kind of like a badass. You know what I mean? Like she didn't really let men run all over her. She didn't fall for stupid shit. Like even though she was a ditz, like with the whole driving part in the beginning of the movie, but you could just tell she didn't take any shit. And that's why I think a lot of people was attracted to her.
And she was Tatum 2.0 in my personal opinion because she was.
And Danielle Harris is Annie Brackett too. That's what she was giving me the whole
Oh
Yeah.
god.
But I just like, but I felt
she was.
But
That's what she was.
She
But
ain't
I
giving
just
no
love
screams,
her.
though, Tamon. She ain't giving no screams.
Oh no, she's not giving that. We don't know. Only we
I
like
just
Charlie.
love.
Charlie, wait. No, you're dead.
No, I just loved Kirby because she was just like the best friend for Jill. And the problem is that Jill fucked her over. And the person that she actually loved, now I ain't say love, but she had a liking to fucked her over. So
best
it's
friend.
interesting, to see I'm talking about
Charlie.
yeah, Charlie. He fucked her over. So
Charlie.
it's just like
Yeah.
right. So I'm like
You know them culture
not
kids
trying
are
to
crazy.
like I just want to TaMon like put a pinpoint on it.
Yeah.
See how she is in the next movie and I cannot wait for her and Mindy to cross paths with each other. That's gonna be epic. But go ahead.
That's definitely something that I think
wait.
a lot of people would like to see. I'm gonna go with Tara because Tara sort of embodied a lot of things. She embodied Gail. I'm not Gail, but she embodied Sydney with her fight and her grit, and she also that's where I'm going to stick to. Like, I think she's like the newer Sydney because she fought in the beginning. Oh, and Casey Becker, that's where it was. So
Right.
like Sydney and Casey Becker put together. And so like she fought to get away. She fought in the fucking hospital. She fought on crutches. Like this bitch is not going. Every time you try her, she's coming back for you. If she can fight you, she's gonna fight you. Versus her sister, who had a psychotic break and stabbed someone to death multiple times.
That was a
he
good
was the
scene.
killer. That was great. But that's why
she was amazing.
That's why I believe that Tara. I look at Tara and Sam as two sides of the same token.
Yeah,
Tara's gonna end up being, I feel like the true successor to Sidney Prescott, and I really, honest to God, think that Sam is gonna snap and probably start killing people. That's just my
I'm
personal
hoping
opinion.
that happens. I hope she actually
because when she killed when she killed Richie, that was an unleashing of some bloodlust. Like
that's
yes. I was waiting for her to go bug eyed, like blue, her eyes go white, and she's go like, like I was waiting for her to do all of that.
Mark, that's a whole different movie that turned into.
I know, but I was just saying, I was waiting for her to do all this shit. Like, yes, this bitch is possessed with the blood of the damn
Loomis blood.
The blood has been activated.
Yes. And, there is a killer gene too, so it could easily be passed down. So that could be something.
Like, what if we get a flashback that we didn't see? Like, she licked the knife after she did all that stabbing, and we see in Scream 6. So she's like, now I got to taste.
I don't think she'd be that crazy.
I mean, she gonna work at the bowling alley where she met her fucked up boyfriend, or she gonna go kill people? She seems to be more excited to kill people.
Wherever Tara goes, she's going, and whatever she has to do to live close to Tara, she's gonna do it. Whether she's waiting tables like Alice, or she's gonna be a psychiatrist like.
Good call, man.
Wow.
Good read.
Thank you.
You slid that in there so smoothly.
She is a mother. working and taking care of her child.
And
Hey,
that's
we
the
support
same damn
that.
thing
Nothing wrong with
Maureen
that.
Prescott was doing. She was
Thank
out
you.
there
Thank
home
you.
No,
protecting her
Maureen
damn
Prescott
child.
was working other people's children all across the country. She was not just
She
working.
was hoeing to protect her child. She was sitting there trying to put food on the table because I bet you Neil Prescott wasn't bringing in the coin at first.
Neil Prescott was somewhere at Pride on these conferences.
You know what? He was down there. He was at the Folsom Street Fair.
Baby, listen, he's always on business trips, and the whole town knows your wife's a slut, and you don't get right. Y'all have an arrangement. You up here sleeping with men, and she's over here doing her thing, and y'all have this happy family. Give
There
it.
you go.
Get it.
Give
The
it.
new nuclear family of the 90s.
Yes, God. I'm on a business trip. You know my hotel. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Hello.
They married Neil and Maureen married. Neil sat there with the gay best friend of Maureen. He was like, yo, girl, look, let's just go ahead and get married.
Yeah.
That way I can have my shit and then you can have your shit. And we can produce a child.
Yep.
You know, we can do that, you know. And then she was like, okay, cool, but I'm gonna get my damn life while you getting yours. He's like, look, every weekend, you know where I'm at. I come be the doting husband. And you know, something happened, but you know, just keep it cute. You know, don't pass the pussy around too much.
Yeah,
But,
right.
you know, just keep it cute.
And she went against that.
Robin said everybody knew about Cotton, but Billy. Damn, Maureen.
Maureen was like, the dick was needed because I wasn't getting it out.
I'm not. My husband is somewhere up here twirling. Never mind. Okay, but
we're not gonna be slut shaming Miss Maureen, okay? She was getting her.
No, we're not.
We talk about the husband.
I'm
drink.
pro slut. I'm pro hoe. I'm pro slut. My drink is empty right now, but
your body, your
I'm
choice.
gonna be full. Yeah, I'm pro slut.
There
I'm
you
pro
go.
hoe.
Okay, stop saying it.
But I'm just saying that, you know,
the nerve of him to bring up Alice.
I'm gonna send y'all that article.
That third-rate talk show host is in New York, living in half a studio, thinking that Dewey's gonna be happy with her.
You know what? I would think
cooking and shitting in the same room. I don't think so. So we,
Alice, you and I should bond because your man's dead, my man's dead. Okay, so we
you about to be dead. So yes, we can. And I'm gonna steal your power of journalism or mediocre journalism.
Not
Alice,
mediocre.
Alice, we haven't heard what you've been doing because you're irrelevant. But see,
I'm off the grid. I'm off the
that's what we
grid.
call it. That's what
I'm
we
off
call
the
it.
grid.
Still on
I'm
Elm
trying
Street.
to.
You still on Elm Street. You still on Elm Street. You definitely are. Raising ugly
She's out of Springwood. She is out of Springwood. I don't know what you're talking about.
Going to see Amanda Kruger slut ass. It's great.
Oh my God.
Amanda Kruger was out there doing that. She got hurt. She got trapped.
I'm
She
sorry.
got trapped. She got trapped.
Okay.
Y'all terrible.
Okay, so Tara.
Tara's yours.
Tara's my favorite character. Okay.
Oh my God.
I love Tara too. I love her to death.
It's definitely Sam and Tara are the same person. They wrote that for
Right.
one person, and they're splitting it because they don't want to kill the other person yet. Which
Tara to me, I'm gonna say this and we can move on. I say we can move. I'm just saying I'm gonna say this and y'all want to move on to school. But Tara to me went through in one movie. She went through so much shit that Sidney Prescott went through in 4 movies.
that part.
I mean, physical. I mean, she was stabbed with 5 times. She had a fucking ankle, a leg broken into several pieces.
Yeah, that was.
Then she tried to escape, and then she had to cut all her wounds was sitting there. And then she wasn't really fully healed, and she still managed to whoop everybody's ass at the end. You know what I'm saying?
I would
So,
never forget when she was doing the wheelchair. I was like, "This is for the hurt."
Yeah,
It's over. I would have been done at that point. That would have been my part. Where, okay, if I don't have something else for this hand, I'm not doing this again. I'm not trying.
and I knew then that she was a survivor because anybody else would have been like, "Oh, I'm a sitting duck. I'm dead. I can't move. I can't do nothing." She sat there and said, "Fuck that shit."
Mm-hmm.
And then she went for the gun, and then she realized the gun was gone. She was like, "Oh, fuck."
Mm-hmm.
So by the
ready.
grace of God, Dewey and Sam and that bastard over there stepped in and stopped everything. So
We got some solid picks. I like them.
Yeah, we got Tara, Randy, Jennifer Jolie, and
Tatum.
I would see them together in a movie. That would be actually entertaining.
That would be a great film.
Yeah, it would. thank you guys for having this conversation tonight, talking about Scream. I love this franchise so much, as you all know, and this is so much fun to hear other people talk about Scream. I could do that all day long. So thank you. And I am TaMon Kane, aka Gail Weathers, and you can find me at TaMon Kane on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and any other social outlet, and Twitch. And to my right, I have Bobby.
Hey, yeah, Bobby Torres. This has been a lot of fun, TaMon. I love Scream. I haven't been watching all the movies recently to prepare for this, obviously, as far as the questions, but I enjoy this franchise so much. But yeah, everybody can find me. Bobby Likes to Spooky on YouTube again. The people under the gears with Mr. Michael over this side. I guess you can't see me pointing. And obviously here, Screen Kings. It's been a pleasure. Yes.
Right.
Next.
Oh, Michael. Yeah, it will be Mark.
It would. Oh shit. I'm sorry. This is Marco Estes. I am inebriated right now. So you can find me at Marco Estes on Instagram, Midnight Social Distortion on Instagram, Midnight Social Distortion, the podcast, and at the Anti-Critic on Twitter. And you can also find me here with the beloved Scream Kings. Your new addiction.
Your new addiction.
Yeah.
I am Michael, aka at Thackeray Binks, or also known as Jennifer Jolie. I'm here to shake shit up. And you can find me at Thackeray Binks on Twitter and Instagram. And also, I'm one half of the People Under the Scares podcast with Bobby. And I love a good final goal battle.
Always. Make sure you guys tune in for our next episodes. Like, share, subscribe, turn on those notifications. Follow us. We'll definitely follow you back, and we'll be in those comments talking to you. And in that note, I'm going to end with the quote.
You don't want yes today to be the quote.
No, it will not be the quote. We said all the good ones already.
Let them have it again.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Shit.
He's inebriated.
I'm thinking of Mrs. Loomis.
Disparaging.
No, what makes me sick? Wait, I don't know all of that one.
You know what
should we
makes me
Google?
sick? I'm sick to death of them blaming the parents.
That's what she said. That is exactly what she said. Your mother. Okay, I'll do the one we did earlier. I'm gonna end on this quote. Was that a negative, disparaging remark about my boy, about my Billy? Randy spoke poorly of Billy, and I got a little knife happy. Thank you, Jackie, man. You served that whole scene from the end to the beginning.
Roy Metcalf is amazing. Bye.
And we'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Peace.